Hi, Trapnest here, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be starting a new series of videos, again, but this time I will be deconstructing songs. I want to break down music that I like into its different parts and try to explain it in a way that can be helpful even for non-musicians, because I think there's a lot of value in knowing what's going on behind the scenes in your favorite music so you can appreciate it better. Today I will be deconstructing the song First Aid by Gus Dapperton. This is a song from his latest album Orca, and well, I haven't heard the whole album, but this one caught my attention because of how simple, or I should say deceptively simple it is. It doesn't have much going on for it. It has 3 chords for most of the song. It has a really simple melody going on the vocals. The instrumentation is very minimalistic, and even the song structure is as typical as it can possibly get. And yet, with only these basic elements, Gus built a song that is constantly interesting. I never get bored of listening to this from the first second until the very last. I think that this is truly a masterclass on how to keep things simple yet interesting. And before we start, I just want to let you know that I have an entire music production course available for free that is aimed at beginners. If you want to learn more about it, I will leave the link in the description, as well as links to my music and my social media. And remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Okay, let's get started. The song starts with a chord progression that we will listen throughout most of the song. G flat major 7, B flat minor, and A flat major. By the way, I will be showing you pieces of the actual song, but I don't want to play it too much because I don't want to get copyrighted. But anyway, here is how it sounds in the song. We have 4 bars of this intro, and then we go into the verse that starts playing the main melody in the voices. Sounds like this. After this, we move into the first hook, and this is my favorite part of the song. I love this first hook. But before I tell you more about it, let me tell you a little bit about song structure. According to Wikipedia, song structure is the arrangement of a song and is part of the songwriting process. It is sectional, and there are different types of structures that you can use in the song, but the one that we are gonna use here is the verse-chorus form. The verse-chorus form is a musical form common in popular music, used in blues and rock and roll since the 1950s, blah blah blah. Most pop music that you will hear on the radio will have a song structure that looks something like this. And this song is no exception. Actually, I divided here by colors so you can see it a little better. These blue ones are the verses, the red ones are the hooks, and the other colors are just different parts that I will explain more a little later. The verse is usually where the story of the song is developed. Like, this is where you get the most of the lyrics in the song, while the chorus is meant to be the emotional climax of the song. This is the catchy part of the song. This is the part that you wanna sing and you wanna pump up the volume. It's the most memorable part of the song. A song with this kind of a structure will usually have 3 hooks, contrasted by 2 or 3 verses. So usually the way it goes is the verse helps as a build-up towards the chorus. The chorus is one of the peaks of energy in the song, and then we go back to the verse. Now, the problem I have with most popular music I've heard in the radio is that all their choruses sound pretty much the same. For example, here we have the song Fireworks by Katy Perry. Excellent production, but I find the composition really boring. I cannot tell apart which chorus is which. Like, for example, this is how the first chorus sounds. This is how the second chorus sounds. And this is how the third chorus sounds. Yeah, they are pretty much the same. The only difference really is that the last hook has like an extra layer of voice kind of in the background. Other than that, is exactly the same. Now let me show you really quick how each of the choruses work on Gus's song. You see, they are really different. Even though they have a lot of elements in common, they feel completely different. If you put me just 2 seconds of the song, I can immediately tell you whether it's the first, second, or third hook. In the Katy Perry song, I wouldn't be able to tell like the first from the second hook. So yeah, long story short, I hate when music does something like this, that just copy pastes the same hook. It makes it pointless to listen to the whole song. Why would I want to listen until the very last second of the song if I know that I'm gonna listen to the same stuff that I've already listened in the first minutes? Okay, but let's go back to breaking down the song. So first hook sounds again like this. Okay, this is the first part in the song where we have pretty much the whole instrumentation. We have the bass line that is pretty much playing the bass notes in the chords. It sounds like this. We have the drums that are playing a really simple pattern. And we have the main melody in the hook. I really like that Gus isn't singing during the first hook because this melody is beautiful. It sounds like this. What I really like is that this voice isn't Gus's, it's another singer, but this is kind of a plot twist that comes later in the song. Okay, let's move into the second verse. And this one stays pretty similar to the first hook and the first verse. It's in space, I'm still learning how to pace. I'm too atheist to pray for my life. This lasts for 8 bars before moving into the pre-chorus. And in the pre-chorus we have kind of a big change. So the drums are gonna be different here. We don't have hi-hats or rides anymore, we just have the kick and the tom. Also the chords change a little bit. Instead of being... Now it starts directly with B flat minor. The melody also changes a little bit in the voices, then goes. And so on. The pre-chorus is also part of the song structure and is usually used to bridge the verse to the chorus. You can go straight from a verse into a chorus, but the pre-chorus sometimes can make things much smoother. Also, it's a great opportunity to introduce some build-up into a really high energy hook, which we have over here on the second hook. This second hook is up to this point the highest energy that we have so far in the song. The voices don't do the melody that we had in the first hook. Instead, plays the same melody that we've been listening to this whole time. But the melody that we had on the first hook is still there. It's just now more in the background. It's being played by a guitar. Listen to it. That's why I love the fact that we don't have the main voices on the first hook, because it allows this really pretty melody to be the center of attention, and it will stay in your memory. Even if you don't notice it, your brain will be able to tell this melody is being repeated during the second hook. But there's still more. Wait for it. The next section of the song is gonna be the bridge. It's really common in music as well. The bridge is this part that feels very different from the rest of the song, that is used to bridge the second hook and the last hook together. This is just to avoid too much repetition and allows to also create a build-up towards the third hook so that the third hook feels like the final climax of the song. But here is where this song for me becomes kind of genius. The bridge is pretty much the same as the pre-chorus. Now, a song will usually go from the bridge into the last hook and finish the song, but not this one. Instead, what the song does is this. This part, which I will call the third verse, I'm not sure if it's a third verse, but to me it sounds like a verse. It feels like a complete change in music almost, but all these elements have been shown beforehand. The drums are following a pretty similar pattern as in the pre-chorus. Even the bass is pretty similar to the bass of most of the song, that is just playing the bass notes of the chord. Now, the voice. This new female vocalist seems as if she comes out of nowhere into this part of the song, but she has been before in this song actually. Remember that plot twist I talked about in the first hook? Yeah, that's actually the same vocalist, and probably this is really obvious for a lot of people, but I didn't even notice it until I was doing some research for this video and found an acoustic performance of this song. I tried looking for the name of the vocalist everywhere, but I can't find it. The most I found is a comment saying that the singer is Gus's sister. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you know the name of the female singer, then please let me know, because I really like her voice and I hope she has more music. And finally we have a build up towards the end of the verse into the last hook. You write me up, you write me up. If if all these changes weren't good enough, we also have something called modulation. So most music is composed around a key or scale. That is a group of notes that can give you a particular sound. For example, the key of C major is all white notes. But you can also have the key of C minor. Now, oversimplifying the difference between the major and the minor scales is that the major ones sound usually happy, and the minor scales sound somber, melancholic. This song has been playing on the key of B minor that sounds like this. Then, what the modulation is that it will take the key and will move it to another key. In this case, it's moving it to D flat major. Which shares the same notes as B flat minor. It's just that when you play it as D flat major, the melody sounds happy instead of being melancholic or sad. The reason why I mentioned this is because I feel like the reason why the climax in this last hook feels as explosive and energetic as it sounds is because of this modulation. On most songs, at this point in the music, it's just repetition, but in this song, it's still developing. This idea of modulation is nothing new, it's nothing revolutionary. In fact, the way it's done here is relatively basic, but this is why I call this song deceptively simple. And well, this is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to explain it in a comprehensible way. It's been kind of hard to do this kind of video, but if you like this content, then let me know and I will do more deconstructions in the future. I want to remind you that I have a music production course that is completely free here on my channel. It's 5+ hours of content and will teach you everything you need to know from absolutely zero until you finish entire songs and how to distribute them, etc, etc. And if you want more content from me, then I will be leaving the links to my social media in the description. If you would like me to teach you how to produce music, like more advanced music, then you can hit me up. My email is also down in the description. And well, I'll see you in the next one.